Hello and welcome to Too Fast, Too Furious diecast. Today we're just going to see one or two dioramas that I've got in my collection, a few variations of the similar cars, and then we've got the cars itself. And first off, I'm going to get to the diorama of Tej's Garage. So far I have, which is pretty fairly easy to assemble, to be fair. That's the first part of it. And there we have the garage side to it. You've got the shop, you've got the garage, and now it's time for the outside part where they're playing poker. And there you have the outside garage area, which these two car lifts in there at the moment. We might or might not end up just putting one or two cars in there. But the best bit about the dioramas for me is the small key details that they do. I have a vending machine here. I have a rack, and then some tyres. Put them where I'd prefer, if it were me, that lived there or work there, whichever. And that's what I'd personally do to them. Keep them nice and in place and stuff like that. Alright. Alright, and there we go. And so far that is Tej's Garage. Right, onwards. We're going to get to the infamous Nissan Skyline. We have the Nissan Skyline that Brian had, the Hot Wheels, but I'm guessing it's got kit on at the moment. Yeah, and the kit looks fairly alright, to be fair. It's just, for me personally, it's, you're going so far away from what the original is, so personally it's not my favourite, but in my opinion. And then we also have another Hot Wheels Nissan Skyline, which I prefer out of all. Brian's Skyline, different variation of the Hot Wheels. Yeah, I do prefer that a bit more. And then you have, I think that's a 155 scale from the Jada collection, I think it is. There's quite a lot of details. I did not buy this brand new, so as you can see there's a few minor dings on the window pillars there. Yeah, every now and again when I get the option for certain cars, yeah, some of them are car boots, shop, second hands, online, loose, stuff like that. But then now we get to Fast and Furious Gold Evo. This one I think is a mini GT variation, so it's slight more detail and very delicate, to be fair. It doesn't take much to break, and I found that sadly with another model. But yeah, as you can see, absolute beauty. Now we have another variation. Me personally, I find this one the best. I think that either comes from the green light set but if Fast and Furious Hot Wheel collectors know, and if they've had, you can buy the Tokyo Drift NOS tanks, and inside you come with a car, and normally it's the exact same except for the decals, exact same spec, the lot, which I absolutely love it, to be fair. I just wish when I was younger I looked after things a bit better. Right, now we have the Hot Wheels variation of the Evo and Too Fast Too Furious. My personal opinion, there's a lot they could have done better. The bumper for a start, like I say, the front bumper, it's almost like a different shape Evo altogether. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's okay. It's good to say you've got it at least. Any collector will tell you that. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. But it's my least favoured out of the whole lot. And there we are. All three variations of the yellow Evo from Fast and Furious #2. And there we have the Nissan Skyline from Too Fast Too Furious as well. All the different variations. And yeah, in the comments let me know what you think. And this is one that not a lot of people think to do unless you're a proper Fast and Furious collector. I've gone for the closest as, and yeah, gone for the Preludes. And the red Dodge Stealth that he had. Obviously mine's not up to the spec as what Brian's was while it was on the run. But once he got caught with that, he ended up with a new one. He ended up with the Nissan Skyline, as it was found very dusty, ginger green, and then he ended up spraying it silver, and then the famous decals then come on. Here I have a little bit of a custom Suki's where the roof's not on, which she does drive as she jumps a bridge, and that is a Hot Wheels car right there. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. And then there's the other one I've got with the roof on. Yeah, again, another Hot Wheels. To be fair, you gotta love the colourful and vibrance of the colours and the decals on each and every car from the Fast and Furious. I think it goes up to there's Fast and Furious 1, 2 and Tokyo Drift that all have iconic decals on the car. I think after that they start to lose the decals and the colourfulness, which to go with the storyline it's not too bad, I guess. Right now we have the gold Supra that was in the first race, and this is another Hot Wheels, and I know there's a few other variations out there, but personally once I find them I won't get them. But as for now, it's the only one I've got, so yeah, enjoy. Another one from the first race, I also have the RX-7, which, yeah, again, beautiful decals on, Hot Wheels premium. And yeah, I am trying to get all the figures for each diorama, so hopefully I have got a few already, but I'm hoping to get a lot more, put it all together and have a different setup. Here you have a little diorama that I've made. It's not the best for now, but it's okay just to get me by and stuff like that. But as you can see, I've got the race one chickened out just before the jump, Supra's at the jump, the Gold Supra, as he's landed, he's ended up smashing all his steering and suspension and crashes. And Brian's obviously flying away. Right, back to Tej's garage. We have the Camaro that was used against the race with Roman and Brian, and there's him in the Camaro with the red Challenger, or orange shall I say. But yeah, here's one, and I have got, and bear in mind that's Hot Wheels variation. I'll put that there because now I have a green light variation. Preferably I know which I'd go for. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot more detail on it, and at the same time it just feels a lot more realistic. It seems like the main one that swings around the tyres as midway through the race. Now here is a little bit of fun. Got the yacht, and surprisingly the Camaro lands in the right spot and it fits. So I will put a clip up at a later date once I've got the whole dioramas all set up. I'll do a whole run through with all the dioramas and all the different scenes, and I'll get clips from the scenes. Now we have the other one of a Hot Wheels diecast. It's the Challenger. Personally, they could have gone a bit more black around the vents on the hood, and black out the roof, similar to what's on the film. But I have tried to make a similar variation. Not the best of detail, don't get me wrong, but it looks more the part than what it was, personally. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear any opinions. And now we have Roman's Mitsubishi Eclipse, the convertible. I think this is the 1/5 scale, not far from the Hot Wheels size, but just slightly bigger. Still got plenty of detail. I've been told they're meant to be rare for these, but I have seen a few for sale, so I'm not how sure that is, but just glad I've got one. Add to my collection. Right, now you have the blue Yaris, not Yaris, Jesus Christ. It's the blue Toyota MR2 that it flies about in. You have Tej's Ford F-150 Lightning. I'll admit that's custom, same as the Toyota MR2. Surprisingly, the MR2, because it's so small, it was a lot harder to customise, to be fair. It's not the greatest, I'm not the best customiser, but in my head I know exactly what it's supposed to be. But yeah, I don't think I'm too far away with different cars. You have Pleasure's NSX. Yeah, again, I'm not good with the very fine details. If anyone in the comments would like to help me out with the fine details, I'm always open to find out. I'd love to get to know how to do things a bit better and in more detail. But yeah, the NSX, not bad. Personally, like I said, I know exactly what it's supposed to be. Then you have the Dodge Ram pickup, same decal as the NSX, and yeah, I don't think you can go too far wrong really. It's similar all the way. But right, now we will get to the race to the Ferrari, but I may as well show you the Ferrari. I'll admit, I don't know what that white thing is inside. Yeah, not a clue. It's not been took to bits or anything like that, so. But yeah, there's a Ferrari which Roman smashes a window, and they then find their cigar in the centre package. There's others similar to like this Focus. I know it's in the film. Personally, I don't know where, but I just know it's there. If people would like to let me know if you do know where it's from, I'd appreciate letting me know in the comments. But yeah, there's the Focus, the best I could. And then you've got Suki's drawing. She was designing the car, and the car has now become a real thing. Here we have Hot Wheels variation of the cars that race to get the Ferrari. We have the yellow Viper. Didn't see too much of it. We literally enjoying that race. I don't think it will pass enough to keep up personally. I'm joking. But yeah, there's that Hot Wheels variation. I do believe there's another variation about to be released. I'm not 100% on it, but hopefully they do. Then it'll go better with the collection. And here we have a Racing Champions Ferrari Corvette, which personally I thought it was a bit lighter, a bit more of a silver, dark grey, but you can't go wrong with them. It's part of the scene. But yeah. Right. The next one that was involved in the race for the Ferrari, you have the Hot Wheels Premium BMW. To be fair, there's not much to say about it. You iconically remember seeing it when it parked up against the bushes as they all met, and that's pretty much the main time I remember seeing it. But yeah, it's alright. Here we have a Johnny Lightning Sailor Mustang. I did try finding the Fast and Furious variation of it, but I'll admit I come up trumps. I could not find it, but I did find the same shape and sprayed it the right colours and stuff like that myself, so I got as close to the original as I possibly could. Even better with this, it comes where I can lift the bonnet and stuff like that, but as you can tell, you still know from the film. Here, I'll admit, I have used Thunderbird's Tracy Island separate part, which is the house with a pool, and I'm using that at the moment for the Hot Wheels side of it as Verone's house where his Ferrari is. As you can see, they follow Brian and Roman when sleeping on the boat outside of Tedger's garage, and they are driving the Cadillac. I think that is a green light lowriders, so it might have a different little bits to it, but for me that's as identical as you can get to the henchman. You also have the Verone's different cars, the Lincoln Navigator. It's alright, I guess. I think the one I was expecting wasn't as low as this, but beggars can't choose, I guess. It's got a few little things here and there, but yeah, I tried to get the most original as I possibly could. Lincoln Navigator and the Chevy. I don't even know what the back of this is. Suburban. So yeah, all blacked out and just like Verone always has its cars. But yeah, I'll admit I am using the other part of the Tracy Island as the police headquarters from Too Fast Furious, where Brian agrees to work with the police again, and they've confiscated someone's house, and nice luxury pad, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna have more to the diorama, so it will be getting better, a lot more detail and stuff like that. It's just over time I've got getting more chance to do things. Right, now I don't know if many of you can guess exactly where we are with the diorama right now, but we are at Roman's Crash Derby at Barstow Speedway. But yes, as you can tell, I've got Roman's car here. It is work in progress. I think I got green light. I think it was an Ace Ventura car. The one that had the smashed glass at the front and stuff like that. I've resprayed and pretty much just coloured in, but I want it to look as rough as I can, so it's rough and ready for the Crash Derby. But as you can tell, bits look better from the inside. But I do need to get the crowd at the side with a little bit more of a barrier. I probably might make the stadium a little bit bigger as well. But as for now, it will do. The ice cream van's outside and Roman's caravan, which I am looking for a bigger caravan. I've got a few that I've got my eye on anyway, so hopefully it will get better. And last but not least, my personal favourite of the dioramas is the garage, where they come out, the 4x4s ram the police, as you can see right here at the bottom, and all the colourful decals and cars come flying out of the garage, and the police don't know what to do. It's a game of cat and mouse in the needle of a haystack, I guess. And yeah, Brian and Roman, I managed to get away. So yeah, and there's your final diorama. Pretty simple to put together as well. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favour, and maybe you for the future, please like, share and subscribe.